When the Galactic Empire executed a 19-year-old human girl on live broadcast, the galaxy watched in silence. 900 trillion souls witnessing what they thought was the end of Defiance. But 47 minutes later, their empire fell. Entire fleets went dark, their weapons turned to dust, and their rulers realized too late that the girl they killed had already won. Her name was Arya Cassidy, and she wasn't just fighting for Earth, she was fighting for every enslaved world. This is how one human rewrote galactic history. Before we dive in, if you love stories where humanity doesn't just survive, but outsmarts entire empires, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It helps more people discover these incredible HFY tales. And if you're already part of this community, you know the rule. Humans don't bow, we rise. Now, let's begin. The bridge of the eternal dominance hummed like a beast on the verge of awakening. Commander Vexar Karurin stood at the center, arms crossed, eyes locked on the massive holographic screen. Around him, officers moved with military precision, yet the air was heavy, electric, like a storm waiting to strike. "Is the transmission ready?" Karurin's voice cut through the tension like a blade. "Ready, Commander," replied Lieutenant Zafara, her luminescent skin flickering with unease. "We're broadcasting to 7,000 conquered worlds, and over 900 trillion viewers." 900 trillion. That number alone was power. Fear, polished into entertainment. The camera shifted to a sterile white chamber. In its center stood Arya Cassidy, a 19-year-old human. Her wrists were bound, her clothes torn, but her gaze, calm, unbroken, burned through the lens. Karurin leaned closer, sneering. "This will remind them what happens when humans rebel." The countdown appeared. 5 minutes to execution. But even through the static, Arya didn't flinch. She looked straight into the camera, straight into the eyes of a galaxy, and whispered, "You can't kill freedom." And somewhere deep in that endless empire, something began to tremble. The timer ticked down. 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Every heartbeat in the control room synced with it. Arya Cassidy stood in the center of that sterile execution chamber like a statue carved from quiet defiance. Her face was calm, her breathing steady. The guards expected screaming, begging, something human. Instead, they got silence, the kind that frightened even monsters. Lieutenant Zafara glanced nervously at the screen. "Sir, she's not afraid." Karurin's gaze hardened. "All rebels are brave before they die." But Arya's eyes, they weren't the eyes of a martyr. They were the eyes of someone waiting. She tilted her head slightly, almost listening. Then she began whispering numbers under her breath. 42, 41, 40. "Commander," a technician stammered. "She's counting down." "To what?" Karurin barked. "No idea, sir. Brain scans show extreme focus, but no panic." The commander turned back to the screen. "Finish it." The guards raised the neural disruptor. Arya looked right into the camera and smiled. That tiny, defiant smile sent chills across 9,000 worlds. It wasn't the look of someone facing death. It was the look of someone who knew death was coming. For someone else. 3 minutes. The camera feed flickered. Arya's quiet countdown continued, her lips moving in rhythm with the pulse of the ship itself. 27, 26. Then, the first tremor. The eternal dominance shuddered as alarms blared across the bridge. "Multiple incoming signatures!" the tactical officer shouted. "Thousands of ships! Impossible numbers!" Karurin's jaw tightened. "Who dares attack us?" The execution feed split into chaos. Guards rushed, systems flickered, Arya still counting, her voice steady amidst the storm. 21, 20, 19. "End it now!" Karurin roared. "Kill her!" But before the disruptor could fire, the chamber lights dimmed. then died. Across the galaxy, the broadcast screens glitched. Entire fleets froze mid-maneuver. Star bases lost power. Planetary governors screamed as control systems went offline. And then, silence. All that remained was Arya's voice echoing through the void. 3, 2, 1. The screen went black. Then, a single message appeared across every known channel. "We are free!" In that instant, the unstoppable Empire's heart stopped beating. Their weapons refused to fire. Their ships refused to fly. And the galaxy, once enslaved, began to wake. The bridge was chaos. Consoles sparked, alarms screamed, and terrified voices overlapped like static. "Systems offline! Shields failing! Our weapons, they're gone!" Commander Karuran slammed his fists against the console. "Find the source, now!" But even as he shouted, the truth was unfolding before him. On the main view screen, thousands of ships surrounded the Eternal Dominance. Not enemies, not allies, a mix of both. Former Imperial fleets now turning their guns inward. Lieutenant Zafara stared, her glowing skin pulsing with colors long forbidden among her people. Blue and gold, the shades of freedom. "Sir," she whispered, "those are our own vessels." Karuran's voice trembled. "Impossible. They'd never—" "They already have." Then Arya's face reappeared on the main screen, calm and bright amid the darkness. "That intelligence I stole," she said softly. "It wasn't just data. It was the key, a virus your empire built. And we rewrote it." Karuran staggered back, eyes wide. "You didn't just infiltrate us." "No," Arya replied. "We became you. And when you executed me, you triggered it." Outside, the once mighty Imperial fleet crumbled in silence. In 47 minutes, an empire built over centuries ceased to exist. The galaxy's night was no longer filled with the hum of war engines, only the quiet pulse of freedom. On the bridge, Karuran sat frozen as the view screen flickered to life one final time. Arya Cassidy stood there, alive, her voice steady, her eyes carrying the weight of every enslaved world. "To all who can hear me," she began, "you are free. Your ships, your systems, your skies, they belong to you again." The words rippled across 9,000 worlds. Chains shattered not through battle, but through truth. Lieutenant Zafara stepped forward, her voice trembling with pride. "The Luminari are free again." Arya smiled. "You didn't just obey orders, Zafara. You listened to your conscience. That's what your empire never understood. Conscience isn't weakness. It's what makes us alive." Karuran whispered, broken. "You think this will last?" Arya met his gaze. "It already has." Behind her, screens lit up, showing species once divided now working side by side, weapons reprogrammed into shields, drones rebuilding cities instead of burning them. "This is our new beginning," Arya said softly. "And humanity's role isn't to rule." She paused, looking beyond the stars. "It's to remind the galaxy what freedom sounds like.